guys ready? And we're ready. All good. First off, Coach Ralph, if you would start with the opening statement following the win over Arkansas tonight, please.
Yes, I'm really proud of my team today. I'm proud of them this whole year. We've been resilient. We talk about this every time I sit here in front of you guys, how we continue to focus on our process and learn and re-examine what we're doing so that we can come out better the next day. Today we earned this win, and it was a total team effort. It was a total team effort. The energy from start to finish was what we talk about. This is indicative and reflective of what I want this program to be about. And these players did that today. They did it. When it mattered, they did it. And we were able to get a win on our home floor after our men had a huge win yesterday. So Memorial Magic is real. It's real.
All right. Questions for Sacha Washington?
Yeah, I just got one quick one. Don't want to keep you from celebrating with your team. But obviously, awesome game today. 8 rebounds, 4 of them on the offensive glass. What mentality did you bring to kind of help you dominate, especially after picking up those 3 early fouls?
Just staying locked in, just knowing that my teammates needed me throughout the whole game, whether I was in or not, just giving energy and just knowing that the things we seen in the last game, that we were going to fix them and we were going to stay together through the whole game, and we just fought.
Awesome. Thank you.
Nothing else for her? That's the easiest.
Look at you!
Look at you. All right.
You will never have it that good again, man. Promise you that. I'm going to let the door close.
It's a way to keep it positive, Aiden. Teeter up. Good job.
Questions for Coach?
So obviously you kind of elaborated on it. Really great team win. How is it, very different from the last win with Kaija scoring 41. How does it feel to know just that you can have players step up like that when Kaija's not exactly shooting lights out like that?
Right. I think we have to have that in order to be competitive in our league. And Kaija, has the ability to do what she did. Marnell has the ability to do that. But unless we can have complete games, and that doesn't necessarily mean scoring, it means balance. It means balance. It means being able to be great at what you're supposed to be great at. It means that our energy and our communication, our discipline and our focus can't ebb and flow. Those are things we can control, right? So we're going to go through stretches where we make runs. We're going to go through stretches where they make runs. We can't let that adversity kind of shatter our core values in terms of who we're supposed to be. So when we can be that no matter what, from start to finish, then you're going to see people do what they're great at because they're just locked in. I felt like today, and we have been talking about getting a more complete game from our team. So usually it's 1 or 2 players that play really well, and then we don't get a whole lot from everybody else. But today that wasn't the case, and even Jada on the bench was locked in the entire time from start to finish. It felt like we wanted this. It felt like we were going to do whatever it took to get it, and that's a fun way to coach.
Definitely. I guess I've kind of answered half of my questions in that, which is awesome. Obviously, I'm just scrambling. You talked a lot about holding each other accountable and being more. I don't remember the exact word for it, but just holding each other accountable after the Georgia loss. Do you feel like you guys did a better job with that today and moving forward? Like, how can you continue to work on that?
I do. There are things that I expect that are non-negotiable, like working hard. That's a baseline expectation. I don't have to teach you how to do that. You either do it or you don't, and that's a baseline expectation here. But there are things that we have to teach that they don't know how to do yet. One of them is like very direct, constructive communication. So instead of coming into huddles being like, let's go, guys, let's get it together. Let's fit, you have to say, hey, I need you to rotate and be on the blue line when I get screened. We're going to switch that. We have to switch. Or you need to box out. Or that's my bad, y'all. I got to make a better pass. There's got to be some direct communication where we are fixing things in huddles and they're not constantly looking at the bench or waiting for timeouts for us to do that. So that mistakes happen once, maybe twice, and then that's it. And so that, at the end of the game, we got beat on a ball screen a couple times. I called a timeout because that's my job, is to make sure that they know what we're supposed to do if we're going to make an adjustment. But they have to do their jobs in the huddles. I need coaches on the floor too. So I hold our older players, our more experienced players, accountable to that. And so that's kind of what I meant by holding each other accountable, is knowing where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be doing, so that we have those conversations in our huddles that are meaningful. that are going to help us make changes. I also, and I just want to say this because I think it's worth saying, Sacha Washington would have fouled out of that game in the first half last year. So the fact that she got 3 fouls and it felt like 15 seconds and was able to go in and contribute and finish the game without fouling again and give us what she did is indicative of an enormous amount of work and growth. Just really proud of her effort today.
That's all I got.
Okay.
Anything else, guys?
Actually, so what is Jada Brown's status? You mentioned her being on the bench. Obviously, she was there all today.
Yeah, I just didn't put her in the game today, and she's working hard. She'll be back out there, but today I just didn't put her in.
Thanks.
Good.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Good job again.
Thank you, guys.